philosophical questions about human nature and the human condition. Today's question: why do we judge ourselves by our intentions, but judge others by their actions? When I make these videos, I only read the question like about 30 seconds before I press record. That's why I pause a lot. So the question is, why do we judge ourselves by our intentions and others by their actions? Simple answer: actions speak louder than words. But when we reflect on our behaviors, because we know our thought processes, we take into account our intentions. When you internalize something that you have done or you have seen, you use your intentions. This is why forgiveness is hard. Everyone is always right, because we can justify it with our intentions. When two people have a disagreement, sometimes it might feel like there's a stalemate, because in each person, they are looking from their own perspective and their own intentions. So one person had this intention and the other person had that intention. So when they come together, especially when emotions are involved, I have seen this a lot. When emotions get involved in conversations, the internal intentions that are not visible or verbal come out through shouting and screaming. And it's more about, you don't understand, you're not listening, or you were wrong, or I was wrong, or this and that. And it's all because people in themselves have this feeling that they are the center of the universe. Well, in theory, they are the center of their own universe. Kind of. A bit conceited, but that's how we kind of all think. So, in us, we try and rationalize and justify every emotion. And people can't see that in us. And they can't understand our history, our background. And because of that, we can easily look at something we've done and in a split second, based upon our previous history, the things we've seen and taught and experienced, our first thought is to go into the rationalization of it without looking at what you actually did, So let's say you hurt someone's feelings by saying something that offends them, but you didn't know it offended them, So let's say based upon your upbringing, you make a joke, which in your culture is okay. Like, you're a little bit, you've gained a little bit here, oh, you have, your hair, right? I think it's getting a little bit, receded. Come on, bro. And it's like, in your culture, maybe in your friendship groups, maybe where you're from, it's okay to do that. But to somebody else, when they look at you, they're like, that's rude. Like, you can't say that. What's wrong with you? So they'll look at you and think, wow, They see the action of what you said and they immediately say, all I can see is your actions. And your actions are very stupid. Whereas for you, you're thinking about the fact that the intention was to make it a joke. It's a bit of banter, a bit of humor, break the ice. And for that person, it's like your actions are a little bit iffy, you know. The reason why when we look at ourselves, we judge ourselves based upon our intentions is because we can. And we struggle to judge other people by their intentions because that's often the last thing we think about when it's about somebody else. But it's the first thing we think about when it's about ourselves. We are creatures that are complicated. We look at people and our first reaction is to not try to judge them per se. We do judge, but we try not to. And it's only normal and natural to look at what someone does as the first protocol of knowing someone. So, you know, when someone does something, our first reaction is they did A, B, C, and D to me. So, you know, that means they are A, B, C, and D person. But to that person, their intentions are to motivate you, maybe to encourage you, maybe to push you because you have no idea in the background things are happening that you don't know about. And they're trying to give you a little warning, but in your mind you're like, ugh, this person again. Come on, I don't like this person. They're always trying to be mean to me. Maybe they're trying to push you to be greater than you are. I think deep down, when it comes personally, we think about our intentions personally first to try and justify our stupidity. But when it's somebody else, we don't want to justify that stupidity. So we think about it last and we look at the action instead. Because it's easier to get mad at someone or to have a disagreement with someone if you think about their actions before their intentions. So I guess what we can do as people is when something happens, I'm not saying justify it, but try and think, what mindset are they in? What did they intend to do? Where is their mind right now? It's a deep question. What do you guys think? I'll throw it to you. Why do we, when something happens, look at intentions or our intentions first? But to other people, we look at their actions. What do you guys think? Thanks for watching. Comment down below. Subscribe as well. This channel is growing.